Hey YouTube, Logan with Hideaway Homestead here, coming to you with another video with our willows. Today I just got done making a mulch video and I'm about to cut back the pollards. These right here that I've got, or this one here that I've got that's got the 3-fist, I'm going to cut him back all the way to the fist again this year, and he's gonna stay just like he is. But I'm gonna do something different with this other tree. This other one, I was thinking about compassing it, but now I'm thinking that maybe I'm just gonna pollard it about right here and allow it to grow again. You know, some new shoots and everything, and maybe try to send it out in like an umbrella. But then I'm thinking I might come back down and just come down to the base and go ahead and compass it. Now I'm gonna be taking cuttings, and with this one here, even a cutting of this size will take root with willow. So this whole tree is going to turn into new trees. And same thing with this tree right over here. And so when you're going to do cuttings, there's certain trees that will grow from cuttings. Willow is one that is just about 100% success rate. Now every other tree that will root from cuttings will have variable success rates as far as whether they'll take root or not. Pretty much, unless you just take one of these cuttings and throw it on top of your roof, it's gonna root. If you'll put it in the ground when the ground's moist, keep it mulched, you know, because willows do love water, it'll root and do just great. You can stick them in water. I don't like doing that anymore just because it's somewhat of a pain sometimes to deal with the water roots because they're kind of fragile. I like just sticking them in the ground or in potting, you know, some kind of pot or some kind of container. But you can cut these pretty much anytime during the dormant season. As soon as they go dormant, you can cut them and stick them in the ground. Now, me personally, just because I tend to lean on the side of caution, I'm doing it on Valentine's Day. We're on Valentine's Day, and as long as it's kind of close to getting to spring, that's when I like to do it. Because when you put a cutting in the ground, it is a race between rooting and rotting. So, but I've seen tons of people, and I've even done it before, do it, you know, December, even November, when things have really just kind of gone dormant, you know, stick them in the ground, and then the very next year you've got rooted little trees. So things you'll need, this is super easy to do, is you'll need some pruners, and anything that's too big for pruners, you can get some of the little hand saws, or flip my camera, you can do like me and just have a chainsaw. And I personally like to do my cuttings in 1-foot sections. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish up here, and then I'll come back and show y'all after we're done doing the pruning process. So I started cutting, and I had to add this in. Here we've got the tape measure at the end of the cutting here, and this is off of 1 season's growth, remember. And we have right at about 11 foot 3 inches. About right 11 foot 3 inches. That's 1 season's growth on all of those big cuttings that I'm taking. I'm gonna get back to pruning here, but just wanted to show you all that. So another thing I forgot to mention is that I keep a bucket of water with me just to stick the ends of the cuttings in, just to keep them from drying out at all. This is not 100% necessary, especially considering that willow roots from all the way up and down the stem. And I don't even try to cut much of an angle on these cuttings either, because a lot of people cut them at an angle just to get more roots coming out of the bottom. But considering they root from the stem, I cut them, this is actually a 14-inch bucket. So if I can do this with the camera here, is I'll cut it like that and then allow it to fall down in. And this is a great way to measure too, because you're just coming to the edge of the bucket and cutting and allowing that cutting to fall down in there into the water. And I really don't have to worry. Sometimes I'll, you know, kind of angle it, but a lot of times it's just a straight cut. So you sometimes would have to worry about water, you know, runoff on trees, but considering how fast these grow, I've never had an issue with it. But yeah, a bucket of water is something to have, especially if you're processing a bunch of cuttings, because you don't want them drying out on you. All right, y'all, here we are at the end of the processing here. Got all these small logs to root. Got these large pieces. Got this bucket full of really nice cuttings, and this one here is a bunch that I've got to still process. They're all small, but I'm probably gonna plant a lot of these out. I've only done 2 trees. I've got, let's see, I think it's 10 more, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 hybrid poplar that I got to do like this, and then yeah, that'll have me done. But I've still got a bunch of trees to go. They're not nearly as massive as far as just the amount of cuttings, I don't think, as these were. But as you can see, I went ahead and coppiced this tree. And if you're new to those terms, coppice is when you cut, you know, basically a stump, anything that's going to be browsed or grazed on, you know, well, it'd be browsed because it's a tree. But that's like traditionally, it was anything that's going to be browsed on would be coppice, or, you know, for wood timber. And then anything that's going to be cut and carry or above is above browse height. So like these pollards here, that's about my chest height. And these trees look really sad right now, but come springtime, they're going to be awesome. Now, one thing I will bring up here at the end of the video is that anytime you cut a tree like this, you are taking from your reserves in the bank or in the root system. This tree here I let grow all season, and so I cut it back. I'm gonna be taking from the root system this year. So what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna let this coppice grow for 2 or 3 years before I ever cut it again. And this one over here, I'm probably gonna let it grow 2 years, maybe not 3, but I'm gonna put it on a two-year rotation, because you really want to make sure that you're able to put enough solar energy back into the tree, and that it's, you know, has enough in the root system for it to be able to compensate for the times that you're going to cut them heavily. So anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you've got anything to add or questions that you might have, please leave those in the comment section. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I drop a video like this mostly every day. I appreciate all y'all watching, and we'll see you in the next one.